nice here. So we're not going to need to worry about finding firewood, I don't think. Plenty of dead standing on this side of the property. We're still on the same property as where we have our main bushcraft shelter, but it's a big piece of property. So we're gonna continue looking around, trying to find a spot that's interesting. We're kind of looking for a hardwood stand because of course the hardwood lasts longer. So we're gonna be keeping our fire going hopefully the whole evening, and we're gonna try the long fire this time. Everybody's been suggesting it, and we've been wanting to try it out for a long time. So this is the night we're gonna try it out in the bush.
I'm down.
You're down?
I'm down. I don't know what happened. Huh?
Your sled fell?
Yeah, it's on sideways. I guess I've been
straight down.
I thought I was pulling harder.
Oh, I've been like that for a while.
Well, for a little bit, maybe, I don't know, 8-10 feet.
Okay, after a lot of walking back and forth, we found a spot. The tough thing that I didn't expect is how everything is all undulating here and all, what's the right word?
Bumpy?
Bumpy. Everything's all bumpy, so it's hard to find a flat spot, and it's got to be big enough so that we can, set up our sleeping area and also build our fire in front. So we found this really nice looking tree over here, and basically this tree comes out and the branch sticks out. Some of the branches are dead, so we're gonna keep an eye on those, make sure we're nice and safe, but it's far away from where I intend to set up our tarp.
Alright, so here's my little project for today. Mike's gone to gather some firewood for tonight, and I really like shoveling. So I'm going to shovel all the top of the snow here, all to the back, where we're going to have our tarp set up from this nice tree to another tree here behind me that I don't know if you can see it. So I'm going to push all the snow to the back, and then we'll let that harden up a little bit. I'll probably put some more snow in it just to level it off. And we'll take all the extras and maybe build a wall in the back and around so to stop the cold air from coming onto us.
Thanks for the saw, Terrence. It works amazing.
wet here.
Hard work.
Yeah. It was rotten, so it didn't take too long.
I'm gonna keep the hardwood over here.
Yeah.
Softwood over there.
Okay. Is that shovel big enough?
This is where our tarp's gonna be. Where the front of the tarp's gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close. It might not be too bad actually.
I think so. I can readjust once you have the tarp up and we know where it's going to be. We'll readjust. Yeah. I can shovel some more.
Okay, so we're taking a little break from the firewood gathering because we want to know how much room we're going to need to set up the tarp. So we're going to be tying off from this tree over to here. So we're going to prepare a ridge line right now, and once we have that set up, then we're going to set up our tarp. Then we'll know how far back we need to go. There we go. Nice and taut.
It's working.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Need a fire.
There we go. So now I can move this around and it also locks into place. Pretty cool. So, okay, keep that there for now. And you want to stretch that out so we can get a gauge for how far I need to go? Looks about right to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be sleeping here, so we should have more on this end, no?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah. We can move it after we're done. So. Okay, so to put up our tarp, we want to keep it nice and taut, but also keep it adjustable. We're going to do that by making a process knot here. So it's very simple. You just start by doing a basic overhand knot, and you double it up. That's nothing fancy, very simple. Make it nice and tight. Then you bring the top part where you put that overhand knot in, keep that open, and you just drop the cord over, and 3 to 4 times should do. So I'll do it 4. There we go. So this way I can move this around, but it's also going to lock it into place. So move these over. Got a stick somewhere. We got our stick, and we're just going to bring that in through the corner of our tarp here. Shove the stick right in there, and we're just going to slide. Go. Slide that so it's nice and tight. That should lock into place pretty good. There we go. Got ourselves a nice taut setup. Now we can just stretch out the back, and that'll give us an idea of how far back we need to go. Good.
Did you tell the people you have a new toque?
Got a new toque. I keep losing my toques everywhere. Or beanies, as some people call them. We call them toques. been down for a while. We can find our way through the forest.
Birds are going nuts, huh? The birds are going nuts.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
That should be enough for a base. I got another couple of pieces. If you want to
I'll start working on
the
them.
branches,
Yeah.
we'll start our fire.
Okay, so I'll work on a wall on the other side.
Okay.
I'm not gonna build this one up any higher for now. I'm gonna let that harden, and then
Good idea.
maybe I can work at it later. At least we have some coverage.
Yeah.
So I'll do a little bit on the other side. Like, I don't think the wind's coming from the other end, but if we can build one, it'll probably help keep some of the heat in, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And it'll keep it from drawing the air out. So.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
All right.
So these should be perfect to get our fire started.
Yeah, that looks nice and dry. And
Yeah, it is. These are the tops. They're broken off, so
nice.
be able to get our fire started with those.
Yep.
Alright, I'll get out of your way and get more
Okay.
plugs. So a bit of work done so far.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Just, sorry, I got you off.
No, I was just gonna say we're starting to get it home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to let you guys know, this is for fun. We are enjoying ourselves. It's not just work. So we thought we'd let you guys join in with, so I have a nice refreshing beverage, a juicy double IPA. So we've been gathering wood for a while now, and we've got our base here. I just want to make sure that we have enough distance between it and where we're sleeping, because we have air mattresses and we don't want sparks flying out and bringing us right flat to the ground in the middle of the night. So I may move it back a little bit. Sandra found a nice witch's broom that is going to help starting our fire. I found a bit of birch bark. It's everywhere. There's a few dead standings, and some of them have some birch bark hanging off, so we should have a pretty good start to our fire. But enough talking. Time for a beer.
I think you should show them the witch's broom I found.
Okay. Maybe you should show them. You found it.
Huh. It's so pretty.
There you go.
Look.
Here's an extra stick.
Yeah, I got that too. Nice bunch of little branches with some leaves stuck in there.
Yeah, so we can break that apart. I'll show you guys. It's really perfect to start a fire. It takes the flame really nicely. And I've been bringing the logs in for the softwood with the branches still attached. Sandra's been working hard at stripping them down, so she's got some piled over there and over there. So we should have a good start to the fire. Our plan basically is to start our fire in the middle, and once it's nice and hot, we're going to add some bigger pieces, and basically as we go along start moving the embers up and down, making sure that we have a nice strong bed of coals, and then we have our long fire in full effect. We'll be mixing in the softwood and hardwood together, because some of that hardwood is a bit rotten and soaked, but mixed in with the hardwood it'll take a flame. So a lot more wood to gather, but
Yeah.
it's not that difficult, and honestly I love being out here. I know a lot of people consider a lot of work, but it's fun. It's really fun.
We wouldn't be here if we didn't like it.
No, it's true. It's true.
And it's nice to be in a different
Woodland.
than the other shelter that we have too. Here there's a lot of hardwood, and we don't really have that at the other spot, so it's a nice change.
Yeah, it's not a big hardwood stand, but it's really nice. It's all these maple everywhere. They seem kind of young, but really thick. There's a lot of them. Maybe in a few years we'll be able to tap some and have our own maple water right here. Really nice. So cheers, folks. I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. I know I say that a lot, but I really do hope you enjoy it. That's a good, juicy double IPA.
Like Gatorade?
Well, it's not like Gatorade, but it's good.
Better than Gatorade?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is going to be fun. Your first time camping out under a tarp. I mean, it's not that much different from the shelter, to be fair.
Well, it's not really that much different from a tent.
No.
It's the same kind of material.
Except it's open, but still, there's still that psychological part of it.
Yeah. I'm going to build some a wall on the other side, and I'm going to keep working at that one.
We did see some coyote tracks on the way in. We didn't capture them on film, but they're the biggest coyote tracks I've ever seen. I don't know what size the coyote is, but
they were like that big.
That was really big. Unless it was a really big dog in the area, but it's weird for him to be in this area.
If it's a big dog, he ran away from home really far.
But yeah, so but it was a little bit of a ways from here. We haven't seen any tracks here other than squirrel and rabbit, so no real concerns. Even if there was a coyote, two of us, big fire. No concern.
Anyway, we got our big winter boots, so maybe he's gonna go by and say, "Oh my God, look at those big human footprints!"
I don't think so.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh man.
You never know. Somebody order some firewood?
Okay, so we got a big dead standing here. It's a little bit too big for me to tackle with the saw, but this piece broke off. I was hoping, a bit rotten, but it's frozen right into the ground. I don't know if it, maybe, there we go. I thought I was gonna have to cut it, but there we go. Oh, that's gonna help. Nice big chunk. Hardwood. Rotten, but mixed in with the softwood, that's going to burn nicely. Awesome. Bring this one to camp. Okay, Sandra's still out there grabbing some more branches. I'm gonna get our fire started. So I've got my fire steel here, or ferrocerium rod with the world's longest lanyard. Basically, it's not a bad idea to have a long lanyard. It's a bit cumbersome, but I mean, if ever you need it in a pinch, you need some rope. I got a little bit of extra there, so I've got some fat wood, which I'm going to shave down. I'm going to be using a bit of birch bark that I took out of the trees. And to get our fire started, we got Sandra's nice little find here of witch's broom. So let's see if we can get this fire started. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is starting to get darker. It's a beautiful day, though. It's not really cold, so the fire wasn't really that pressing, and which is good because that keeps us from having to keep cutting more and more wood. It's nice to have basically enough for the evening. We're getting close to it. I want to go out and gather a whole bunch more hardwood out there. There's some ready at hand, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. But right now we want to get our fire started. I'm going to start by building up the fire right in the middle, and we're going to try to build it up fairly fast. And as that starts to turn to ember, we're going to start migrating it to the sides, and then eventually we'll have a full long fire. That's my thought. It's my first time ever building a long fire. I mean, it should work. The only issue that I have is that we have a bit of a dip here, so that's going to cause a bit of a drop, but it should be fine either way. So let's get this one started. So first I'm going to move these sticks back a little bit because I want some distance. I think this is going to throw a lot more heat than even I'm anticipating. So I'm going to move this back just to make sure that sparks don't fly into our sleeping bags and sleeping mats and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to bring these as close to each other as possible. So these break off really nicely. This is that witch's broom that Sandra has, and it makes very fine sticks, which is great. See how they break off nice and easy. So always more, always more. Bring more gear than you think you need to stay warm. Bring more food than you think you need. Just in case things go sideways and you need to spend an extra day out there. Always bring a little bit more than you think you need. That includes toilet paper. You don't want to run short. Okay, so we got a nice bundle here. So this is fat wood, like I said. I could use this to help start a fire, but I don't think it's required. This bundle of softwood should help us out quite a bit. That's a nice load of wood. Careful, that camera's on there.
I am. I'm just going to leave it here.
Nice.
Next load is trees.
Next load is trees?
Yeah. Whew, come on.
Are ya?
Yep. How's it going?
Good. Your
broom?
witch's broom is working out great.
Good. Glad to hear that.
We got a lot of wood that's pre-prepped, so it's making things really nice. So we don't have to scramble for wood. That's awesome. Good job, Sandra.
We'll get another load.
Okay, once I got the fire going well, then I'll start going out and getting more hardwood, and you can keep an eye on the fire. But we got ourselves a pretty good start. So, I want to make sure I put my stuff away. My giant lanyard.
Yep. Don't lose it.
Hard to lose. Pretty bright. I already feel the heat. I'm out of room. So I found a nice big standing birch tree. Took a while to thaw it through. It's rotted at the top. I'll be bringing the top piece there. You guys will see it. It's kind of full of mushrooms. But if we get enough heat here, it'll burn. So that could be our overnight log mixed in with a couple more. So I'm trying to find some nice big pieces for the overnight. I'm not really worried if the fire does go out. We're going to be nice and warm, but I like waking up and having the fire still burning. Saves time in the morning. Whew. I don't know, this tree was so rotted, the top portion broke off. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna get some more.
Have fun.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping the fire going.
I'm trying.
Doing a great job. I got a huge score. If it burns, we're going to be set for a while. But it's too heavy for me to carry. So
you need my help?
No, I'm going to go get a sled. Found a huge piece of beech wood. That is really, really hard wood, dense, and it'll burn for a long time. So I'm going to grab the sled and we're going to go grab it. Take a little bit of a break, maybe try to build up the fire a little bit.
You didn't bring a foamy so we could make air on the fire, did you?
No. Got a shovel.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot about that. It's okay, it's just it's built up and the ashes are falling below.
So you can check that stuff on top.
All of it?
Yep.
Like I've been adding it and adding it. It's just that I need the flames to come up to get it.
Okay, so let's build it up. Time to build it up, folks.
It's getting there now. It's starting to come up.
Good job getting the bigger logs ready, Sandra.
Yeah, I still got more to do.
Yep. So we're building up our fire. We don't need this much heat right now, but it's key for us to get a bed of coals. There's snow underneath. We have a gap. Probably should have filled that out with some logs, but This is throwing a lot of heat. So, seems to be good, doing good. Yeah, fire, folks. Woo!
The wind's blowing the right way. It's not blowing, but it's not blowing in here.
Ah. There she is, folks. Once we have a good enough amount of coals, this doesn't need to burn hot. It just needs to burn throughout the night. This is beechwood. It's a tree that had basically died and fallen over. So I was able to trim out the pieces that were underneath the snow. Cut the other end. Whew. That's going to be our overnight piece.
Nice haul.
That's a heavy piece. Woo. There we go. Put this over here. We're doing good, Sandra?
Yep.
I think we're doing good.
I think so. We got a lot of big pieces.
Huh?
We got a lot of big pieces.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice to have. Nice. Alright, so I'm pretty comfortable to admit when I made a mistake. And our long fire, I think I made it a little bit too long. So this the indentation that we had in the bottom here has not helped us. So I've been cutting these down and moving it so that we have everything kind of concentrated here. It's not a cold night and we're getting a lot of heat out of this, even though the flames aren't that big right now. So I'm just going to keep moving that down a little bit, and we're going to have our fire around 6 feet in length. I think that should be more than enough for us. So gonna cut this one down a little bit. These two. Alright, that'll work. Alright. Getting your hot dog stick ready?
Yep. It's important.
It is important. So our fire is burning nicely. We have a good bed of embers. There's no stress. That's going to keep burning as long as we have wood. And we do have quite a fair bit.
We do have wood. Probably have some left over, I think.
We'll see how it comes in the morning, but no, we're doing good. I'm really happy. This is fun. What a gorgeous night. We couldn't have picked a better night. I know I've said it a couple of times, but it feels like spring. February 1st.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So we're just heating up some water here, and we've taken this. This is the second pot I've had of this style. The first one had gotten kind of beat up, but I'd had it for friggin' 15, 20 years. So we've actually taken it out of retirement. It's joined us on this trip, and that's probably what we're going to heat up our soup in. So we're going to wait till we have a bit more, once the fire's settled and the coals are easily accessible, then we'll heat up our soup. But I think Sandra might have some wieners before we get to that.
I don't know. I was just getting it ready for later. You know?
All right.
I get busy with something else. It just kind of happened to come along this piece of stick there. And
Nice. Is that a community stick or it's you only?
well, It can be a community stick. I wanted to make like a one end there, but
Yeah.
now I might be able to make two. I don't know.
Nice. Alright, so
Let's see.
just gonna sit back and relax for a bit. Like I said, our fire's pretty much set. We build up walls on either side just to minimize the wind going through. Might put the sleds up on one side, put a couple of branches around, because there are some animals in the area. I wouldn't want to have
That Bigfoot coyote.
that
come
Bigfoot
over.
coyote, yeah, his nose in my face in the middle of the night. So we might build it up a little bit as a barrier. I mean, with the fire here, there's nothing that should be coming close to us, so it's not really a concern, but just a little peace of mind.
There's a knot there. I might have to cut it.
Oh, my knife?
Do you have a knife?
I have a knife.
It'd work better than an axe. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. There you go.
Proper tool for the job?
Yeah. I have my knife. I was just too lazy to go get it. You have the other pot, though.
I do. Okay, so we put up a pole behind us just to give us a little bit more headroom. That seems to be working out pretty good. Let's start preparing some supper. Hey Sandra, what do you have going on?
Well, so on the menu tonight, we have macaroni and beef soup. So macaroni soup with beef in it. So we're just gonna get that going. Before I start, I'm just gonna need a little bit of water from our pot there. And I have a cube of beef broth that I'm just gonna put in there and dissolve. Probably wouldn't need that, but I want more juice in there because it's nice and yummy. So we're gonna make some extra sauce to go in it.
So let me know how much you need.
Yep. Well, probably. Oh wait. You know where it changes color? Like where the pot changes?
Barely. Okay, yeah.
Where it's darker?
Yeah.
Up to there.
Okay.
You can put a bit more. Okay. Oh, that's good. I shouldn't have that on the snow. It's going to cool off too fast. Hope you're hungry.
That's a lot of food.
You're not hungry?
I am, but that's a lot of food.
It's not really not that much.
We have it quite a ways up here. The main reason is we don't want this to burn. We want it to cook nice and slow.
It's already cooked. We just need to heat it up.
Yeah.
So.
There we go. We'll move some logs around and just get a little bit more flame. There. Should warm up quite nicely. And we'll be eating soon.
Yes.
Probably around 15-20 minutes. Oh, that's heavy. Oh yeah. But it should burn. A lot of steam.
Yep. Do you want to stir it first?
Smells good. Huh?
Stir it in case there's some that are... Are you holding the pot?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. I'm scared it might get stuck in the bottom, but...
Okay, yeah, so you're right, we're going to need your headlamp. Okay.
Oh.
Macaroni soup.
Yummy!
With planes flying overhead. Oh man, that's going to be good. Nice and hot, hearty.
I don't know what they're having on the plane, but it can't be as good as this.
Alright, we're going to have our supper.
Pretty good. I was going to say, if you think you're not hungry and you can't finish yours...
I think I'm hungry now.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think I'm hungry. The temperatures have really fallen. We're gonna have to check your thermometer later on. I think it's colder than they were calling for.
Well,
Fire's not doing too bad.
Now that the supper's cooked there, we'll just...
Yeah, we'll be
pile
able to
that
bring out the
wood.
flames. Yeah. Mmm. Nice and hot. And good.
Mm.
Mm. Whew. Well, we just finished a really good supper. We moved our logs around a little bit. Now we have a nice flame. We didn't want that big a flame on the food because we didn't want it to burn. It was a thick soup, so it's giving us some nice heat right now.
Yep, I agree.
We're probably pretty good on hardwood, but we may go for a little walk in the dark. We got the big lamp here, so we're going to take that out and maybe gather 2 or 3 more softwood trees just to mix it up, because this hardwood that we found was all dead standing and it was soaked and frozen. So quite heavy pieces. They do burn, and they burn a long time, which is great, but they need a little bit of encouragement, and that's where the softwood comes in. So it's all working out, I think.
Yep.
Pretty happy?
Yes.
Nothing you want to say?
I'm pretty happy.
Pretty happy?
I'm all full now.
All full?
Yep.
That was good.
I'm warm.
That was really good.
We'll go grab a couple of pieces of softwood, and then we'll probably start making the bed, but just maybe pile it one on top of each other in the back there. So
Good idea.
When
I would
we're
say,
ready
yeah.
to go, it'll be.
Yeah.
Just got to pull it up and.
Sorry?
Take my bag and put it back there.
Sure.
Oh.
Well, we can't beat how beautiful it's been.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah.
No stars because
No.
it's overcast, but we had the moon for a little bit.
There's a bit of a damp chill. If you stop for too long, you can get a bit of a chill, but we went out, we collected a few extra pieces there just to give ourselves a little bit more flame, but the fire's burning pretty well. We should have more than enough wood for the evening.
Yep.
This was worth it, huh?
Yes.
What a gorgeous little spot. We'll be coming back here. Nice little maple wood stand, and something totally different for us.
Yep.
Which is on the same piece of property as where we usually show up, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. We heard coyotes.
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 Maybe that's when
we
there's
heard
a
coyotes.
when there's a group of them. Maybe
Yeah.
they're coyotes.
We heard coyotes yipping away in the distance there. They didn't sound too close, but we know they come by in this area, so not overly concerned about them. But their yipping sound, it's a bit, I don't know, hair-raising, I guess you could say, in the back of your neck. But,
yeah, but they weren't close. Like,
no, they were a ways away, so we're not really concerned. But it's no big deal. We got the fire here that we're gonna keep going for the most of the time. And
I always sleep in the back, so I'm okay.
yeah, perfect. Good for me. So yeah, everything is going awesome. We're definitely gonna be doing this type of camping again. We picked the perfect night for it.
Yeah, it was the perfect night for that, definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that in -20.
No.
No.
But yeah, we're probably around, I don't know, maybe -5 tonight.
Yeah.
And the fire's keeping us probably around 0 degrees. But our sleeping bag's gonna do the trick.
Mm-hmm. I think with wind chill, it was going down to minus maybe 11, 12.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
We've built up some nice little wind breaks there. And
Yep.
yeah, we should be good to go. So just gotta sit by the fire for a while. Once we get hungry, cook up some wieners. And maybe do a hot chocolate or something. Catch up with you guys in a bit.
Yep. We're going to sit by the smoke.
Sit by the smoke. Yeah. There's some fire. There's a good bit of embers
I
there,
know,
so it's throwing some heat.
it's deep down.
Yeah.
We started the fire, it was like
Yeah.
same, well, not same height as us, but it's just like,
Yeah, it's definitely not mounds of snow.
but there is a bunch of coals down there. You
Yeah.
guys can't see that, but there is coals.
Yeah, so that's throwing a lot of heat.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's even melting the snow on the wall here.
Well, our fire's burning nicely. Sorry we didn't turn the camera on. Sandra enjoyed a snack on the fire.
Yes.
Some wieners on a stick. We just had the coyotes yelping away. They do sound a fair distance away, but it sounded like there was a lot more that time than previously. So,
I found they sounded like they were further.
yeah. So, right now all we hear is a plane. Again, I turned the camera on, of course the plane would come down. But,
I hope it doesn't come down.
well, yeah. But, I was hoping to get the sound of the coyotes on the film when I turned the camera on. But, if they come around again, we'll turn the camera on again. But, other than that, we're probably going to wrap up the filming for tonight, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
In the meantime, you guys can enjoy the sound of a plane instead.
And a fire snapping.
Yeah.
It's a nice fire.
Yep.
That's a really nice long fire. It's not a super long fire, it's a medium fire.
It's giving a lot of heat.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to shorten it up because of the dip in there. It just made it impossible to build any embers, so. Worked out though.
Yep.
All tucked in?
All tucked in.
Getting there?
I put my neck gaiter on.
The first night camping under only a tarp. Neck gaiter.
Neck gaiter and a toque. I'm in!
You sure?
Well, now it's the zippy. It's always a struggle. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Just gonna take air out of my mattress.
Thanks a lot for staying up with us, folks. We'll see you in the morning.
Thank you! Good night. I can't leave. I'm stuck.
Well, that turned out colder than we expected. Not too long after we went to bed, the way that the logs burned, I guess, I don't really have an explanation, but the fire went out. I actually got up and I noticed that the flames had died down. So I moved stuff around and everything all flamed up. I jumped in my sleeping bag, woke up maybe around 20 minutes later, and what we were left with. So we have pretty much ready to go fire. All I need to do is get a flame and use some of the sticks that we have left over from last night. But yeah, that was totally unexpected. I totally expected that to keep burning through to the morning, but I don't know. How did you feel about the long fire last night?
Well, it was a good night. Had a lot of fun. I think we did pretty good setting up our tarp.
Yeah?
Worked well. Stayed nice and steady. We did have a little bit of snow, so it kept us off the snow.
Yeah, we had a dusting this morning. Not too much, less than a centimeter, but enough to get some on the tarp here.
Sleeping bag was a little bit chillier than I expected it to be, though, but I wasn't cold. I guess I was thinking it was going to be warm like at home.
Oh, there's the sun. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. So the UST tarp there worked a treat. Not a very expensive tarp for what it is, and it worked pretty good. I don't know how waterproof it is as a tarp. I've never really used it in the rain, but in these kind of conditions, it worked out nice.
Got a few holes in it now, so it's probably less waterproof
Yeah,
than it was.
yeah, we had a few sparks fall on it, but it's kind of to be expected when you're set up so close to a fire, right?
Yeah.
So, just having a nice cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
Nice and warm.
It feels good. So I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Took a while to gather all that firewood, but in the end it was worth it. We went out and grabbed a couple of extra softwood trees. Later on in the night we had the big lamp there, and it didn't take too long. We just went out in the woods over there and grabbed a couple, and it just helped to get a nice flame on our fire. Unfortunately, that big beech tree and the big piece of birch just never burned. It's guarded a little bit, but it didn't burn till the morning, that's for sure. But no regrets. Had the sleeping bags there, nice and comfortable.
If somebody wanted to come here and spend the night tonight, I guess
They have drier wood.
pretty good fire going.
Yeah. This was our site for the evening. You guys can probably see a plastic jug in front. That's where we had our water. We have used snow before for some winter camping trips. It's doable, but and totally doable in a survival situation, but we wanted to keep things simple. Melting the snow does take a long time. And as Sandra pointed out to me earlier, there were snow fleas in the snow.
It would have been protein water.
Yeah, yeah. So didn't really want to drink snow fleas. If you guys don't know what they are, I'll try to show a picture of some that we filmed previously. Yeah, the jug of water came in really handy. We had our coffee and some drinks helped for our suit last night. So that was our camping spot. It worked out really nicely. Sandra went for a little walk around the property. She discovered a few things that I think she likes it here.
Yeah, I love it here. I could spend the whole day just walking through the forest here. I just love it. There's a lot of new growth, and there's some old growth, like big trees that are dead and full of holes where there's probably owls and raccoons having families in there. You never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
Like, I just love it. I could just walk through the woods all day.
So before we leave, we'll probably go out for a little walk out there and maybe do a little bit. There's my voice. Maybe do a little bit of filming.
Snow flea?
Yeah. So yeah, we've been really happy with this camping trip. It was something different for us both. Like, I've done it under a tarp, but it was a bit more enclosed, so this was an open tarp. Kind of a similar idea of our main shelter, but not as insulated, obviously. But
not at all.
no, it's a little bit more portable though.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good. These were underneath my sleeping mat. Oh, there's another, the third. One here. One there. All the same kind of spider. That's weird, like a snow spider. What the heck are they eating?
3 of them.
That's what I said.
3 there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So 4. What the heck?
I'm looking for them there. There you go.
They're all underneath my sleeping mat. But it may be getting warmer. So it's chilly this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to get up because I thought, oh, it's going to be cold. I'm going to have to get my other jacket, but then it wasn't so bad.
Well,
I got up.
You had a servant get up and make you a fire.
Yeah, a smoky one. But thanks anyway.
A fire nonetheless.
Thanks for getting up and doing that. Good to go?
All good to go.
Alright folks, we're about to head out from the woods. The battery is dying on the camera, so this is going to be a short send-off. Thanks a lot for joining us folks. It was a great time, and we hope to see you again next time. And take care!
Bye-bye!
Pretty cool.
So I'm just gonna hang out by the tree and you can go get the wood and make your long fire. I'll make the bed when you're done.
Alright, thanks.
I'll just, as soon as you have your fire done up too, I might have a hot apple cider
A hot apple cider
while I'm waiting for you.
and some wieners.
Oh yeah, wieners, yeah. I'll do that too. But careful out there, it's really bumpy. Watch so you don't fall.
Thanks, it's undulating.